Hey, yo. Welcome back. It's me, your friend Samson, your favorite Qubic content creator. Yo, we've been going live since July last year. We got hundreds of hours for you. Constant Cubic updates. It's your boy, me. We're back again for another update. And guess what? We're also going to talk about Michael Saylor because he's back on his bullyish. Michael Saylor's back on his bullyish. I'm trying to cuss less in my live streams and in my content because my son is becoming of age. He's becoming aware. I don't want to be cussing on the internet and then him be like, "Oh yeah, Papa, he's using potty words." No, I can't have that. So you know what? Now in hindsight, when I was a kid, I understand now why when Eddie Murphy had kids, why he stopped doing adult movies. At first I was like, what? You could be making hella money. But now I get it. You don't want your kids to be watching you be all vulgar. So that's why Eddie Murphy was making family movies for like 20 years. But yeah, anyway, that's neither here nor there. That's just me getting to know you, getting to know me, and me possibly getting to know you. All right, let's get back into the stream. What are we talking about? All hands recap. Yes. Let me get back to this tab right here. Uh. Oh, by the way, please share, like, comment, all that good stuff. Do things on the stream if you can. If not, that's cool. Somebody will. Somebody will. I will, that's for sure. All right, let's get into this post real quick. So, Qubic had another all hands ask me anything on their official pages yesterday. So let's recap. I didn't have a chance to listen to it because I was at work. So let's catch up together, right? We're catching up raw dog. All right. The April 30th Cubic All Hands recap is live. Yeah, there is a video of it, but we're just going to check out the recap, the article. All right. So 5 departments. One of the most packed updates. Ooh, the project has put out. Here is what stood out. Ooh la la. Ooh la la, what stood out? All right, Cortec closed more project in the last 4 months than in any prior 4 month window in Cubic's history. Well, that's a specific metric. All right, tick speed is now under 1 second. The network got faster and cheaper for every dApp on it automatically. Oracle machines hit full production. In Epoch 210, they processed over 600,000 queries. Ooh, and that's for sure all thanks to Dogecoin mining. We mentioned this before, man. Dogecoin mining is bringing more than just buybacks. It's bringing on-chain activity and burns via Oracle machines. All right, for context, the baseline for Doge mining was around 15,000. Ooh, that is not a roadmap number. It already happened. All right, the incubation program changed its model. Every investment now requires a defined return mechanism. Interesting. All right. No more non-repayable grants. Ooh, they're becoming like record labels. Oh, they're like, you owe us this, you owe us this grant, baby. Oh, interesting. No more free lunch. No more free lunch on Qubic. Oh my God. This is gonna bring the real builders now. All right, if you have been watching how crypto funds projects, this is worth understanding. The science team is days away from submitting to Neuro IPS, one of the largest AI neuroscience conferences in the world. Whoa, we're going to look that up live. Neuro IPS, copy. Nice. Okay. It is the fifth paper in a deliberate research sequence. Yes, we've went over these papers ad nauseum, especially the ones that have been accepted with the IEEE, or triple EI. I forget which order it is. All right, each one builds on the last. Business development reported their largest pipeline to date, 164 leads, 25 of them hot, with outreach already underway. Ooh wee. Let's look up NER IPS. I'm gonna look that up real quick. Let's look that up. Good morning, by the way. It is May 1st, the year of our Lord, 9:07 a.m. Neuro IPS. Ooh, look at that. Look at what Google brought me. The conference was founded in 1987. It's almost 40 years old and is now a multi-track interdisciplinary annual meeting that includes invited talks. Oh, wow, wow. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. In preparing the Neuro IPS 2026 handbook, I'm gonna zoom in here. We included a link to a US government sanctions tool that covers a significantly broader set of restrictions than those Neuro IPS actually required to follow. This error was due to miscommunication between Neuro IPS Foundation and the legal team. There was never an intention to restrict participation beyond mandatory compliance obligations. Oh, whoopsie. So some people might not be able to go. I wonder if we are one of those. Ooh, you heard it here first, guys. Are we one of those? Hey, team, are we one of those? All right, so check this out. So we want to speak directly to the concern many of you have expressed, and we owe you a clear explanation of what happened, why it happened, and where we stand. We understand the situation caused genuine alarm, and we take that seriously. In preparing the Neuro IPS 2026 handbook, we included a link to a government sanctions tool that covers a significantly broader set of restrictions than those Neuro IPS actually required to follow. This error was due to miscommunication between between the Neuro IPS Foundation and our legal team. Ooh, uh-oh. There was never an intention to restrict participation beyond our mandatory compliance obligations. The responsibility for that error is ours as an organization, and we deeply apologize for the alarm and impact this miscommunication had on our community. We've updated the link and clarified the text of our policy, which is consistent that of ACM and IEEE. Oh yeah, so it is IEEE. Ha ha ha. Nice. As well as other international conferences and NeurIPS in the past. NeurIPS welcomes submissions from all compliant institutions and individuals. We want to reiterate the NeurIPS is a community-driven event created by and for the community and strives to be inclusive. The NeurIPS 2026 Organization Committee was particularly saddened to learn of this institutional miscommunication. The organizing committee has taken on the responsibility of running the conference this year with the goal of fostering open communication, knowledge sharing, and global scientific discourse. I'm with it. We thank the community for bringing this issue to our attention and working with us through this situation. Okay. I wonder if the Qubic team is aware of this communication because this is pretty recent. Ooh la la, no? Or is this not recent? Uh, 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 uh. Well, look at this. Is NeuroIPS prestigious? NeuroIPS is the premier conference in machine learning. Ooh, with prominence throughout science and engineering. Ooh. AI Institute Director Professor Steven Sitka. Okay. Okay, so dude, and look, and we just talked about the IEEE. The IEEE Academy on Artificial Intelligence provides basic knowledge on classic AI, modern AI, machine learning, humanized computing, and semantic computing on top of the basic modules. It introduces the applications of AI in different verticals such as manufacturing, financial, health, education, etc. By defining the problems and identifying possible AI solutions based on existing, newly developed materials, the learning is guided through a logical, continuous path that better ties the concepts and the materials together. The Academy is primarily for members who work in industry and need to understand new technical information quickly so they can apply it to their work. At the completion of the IEEE Academy on Artificial Intelligence, the learner will be able to demonstrate their new knowledge and will earn a certificate. So yeah, we have multiple IEEE bangers out there in the community. I have a couple live streams on those. I'm not gonna reiterate those. It's too much word, too many words, too many words, too many words. Should we go back to this thing? Did we finish the all hands recap? I think we did. I think we did finish the all hands recap. I think we did finish the all hands recap. Good morning, bud. Oh my god, I hope I wasn't just muted. Oh, every time. Oh, Jesus. Damn it, was I muted? Alright, I have to check now. Oh, Jesus. But every time I check, it feels okay. But let me check just in case. Ah, I must have just touched it when I was touching the mic. Dude, if I check the audio and I was muted the whole time, you're not gonna see me for another 6 months. I hope it's just a false alarm. Oh God in heaven. That would be so funny. Oh my God, please no. Oh, please no. Please, please, God no. Oh no. I was muted. How long was I muted for? Oh, that sucks. Hold on a second. Oh no. At least like 2 minutes. Let me see. How far back? Recap. All right. Let me see if I can. Good morning. Let's see if I can spot where I muted the mic. All right, we're gonna learn today, guys. We're gonna learn together. It must have been right here. Man, fuck this mic. No, this mic is good. I like it. Fuck me for muting myself. All right. Morning, bud. Yup, this is exactly where it happened. Okay. Damn. So I was muted for like what, 2 minutes? That's exactly where it happened. That's so funny. I had to pause it right at the right moment. Good morning. We did. Too much word, too many words, too many words. Okay, I'm glad. I'm at least glad I wasn't muted for the whole time I was talking about that stuff. Right? Yeah. Too many words. Oh, that's what I get. That's what I get for. I should have known. I gotta be more careful touching the mic. Man, with these sensitive buttons, these touch. I want an analog button where I have to press it. What the heck, man? I didn't even feel my hand touch the button and it just turned it off. What the hell, man? Should we go back to this thing? Did we finish the all hands recap? I think we did. I think we did finish the all hands recap. I think we did finish the all hands recap. Good morning, bud. Right there, my hand touched the. It just grazed the mute button. Dude, why is it right there? Dude, they gotta design these mics better. Why would the mute button be right there? That's the. It should be. The mute button should be in a place where you have to consciously, like, do stuff to touch it. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. All right. Well, I'm glad I wasn't muted for too long. Let's get back to the actual live stream now. Whoa, whoa. Bing, bing. All right. We talked about Qubic. And their all hands recap. Now we're gonna talk about what I really want to talk about. Michael Michael Saylor is back on his bull. Yish. Yish. He's back. My man CoffeeZilla reported on Michael Saylor. I mean, I've done some videos on the guy. Check out my YouTube channel. I have a few Michael Saylor playlists. I have shorts and long form videos. I mean, check them out if you want to. But yo, This man, Michael Saylor, he's been on my. I know he's back on his bullshit because he's back on my feed hard as a muff ish. Yeesh. All right. I haven't seen this clip. This is a 30-second clip. What is he talking about?
And what's the end game? The end game isn't that complicated. It's give a bank account, an 8 to 10% a year yielding high yield digital bank account to 1 billion people.
You already lost me. Dude, this guy's such a shyster. If you don't see it, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. If you're in too deep, I mean, if you're in too deep, fuck you. I don't know how else to put it. Wake up. You're in too deep. Realize it, say, "Oh man, I'm in too deep." But this guy does not care about you. He literally told people to mortgage their house, buy Bitcoin, do this, do that, sacrifice everything for your This guy does not love you. This guy is the devil. Oh my God in heaven. All right, let's check out this 30-second clip of one of Satan's generals, Michael Saylor.
And what's the end game? The end game isn't that complicated. It's give a bank account, an 8 to 10% a year yielding high yield digital bank account to 1 billion people.
This guy can't even get his words under his feet. Dude, this guy can't even get his words under him. Okay.
And what's the end game? The end game isn't that complicated. It's give a bank account, an 8 to 10% a year yielding high yield digital bank account to 1 billion people.
Give a bank account, get to 1 billion to 1 billion people. Man, he is just fumbling. And people, the thing is, it actually is true that people want to be told what to do because they're listening to this guy like, yeah, but they're not discerning. They're just stupid. And they want, like, if you want to be told what to do, you're dumb. At some level, it's not because, I mean, you have to get to a point. Wow, I don't know how do I put this? Let me see. How do I put this without being a hypocrite? Because we can't. None of us know everything, right? We all have to seek knowledge, but seeking knowledge from like a known criminal, a shyster, a grifter. He's a known grifter, a known shyster, a known criminal, a known financial criminal. And we're going to get into that in just a second. God.
Drive Bitcoin to $10 million a coin and make Bitcoin a $200 trillion network until it grows higher. And
do you hear what he's saying? Oh, yeah. He's just allowed to be on this stage in front of people saying this shit.
And give everybody in the world an alternative.
Did you hear what he just said? I know I'm not taking crazy pills.
In the world an alternative and give everybody in the world an alternative to 20th century credit instruments, zero yielding bank. And what's the end game? The end game isn't that complicated. It's give a bank account, an 8 to 10% a year yielding high yield digital bank account to 1 billion people.
Dude. He's cooking everybody. Hey, he's cooking everybody. All right, let's see what else. Oh, we're gonna get into some more detailed stuff, but let's just see what he has to say. All right, just in. Strategies. Michael Saylor just said the idea of digital credit is to give a bank account to stupid. Give a bank account to 1 billion people that pays them 10% without volatility. What? I mean, come on, man. We've invested 60 billion in a crypto reactor to create 10 to 20 billion in a year high yield bank account backed by Bitcoin. Whatever that means, that will grow 30 to 50% a year. It won't. What I would recommend to my friends and family is strc. Good God Almighty. Hmm. So many fudged Bitcoin numbers for these Bitcoin maxis that I'm seeing.
Either buy 1 million.
All right, let's see what he's talking about right here before I get into some numbers.
But the most interesting one, I think, is that we've done is digital credit. And the idea of digital credit is, can you give a bank
The idea of digital credit is, and get ready for the most insane diatribe of this con man's career. Ah.
But the most interesting one, I think, is that we've done is digital credit. And the idea of digital credit is, can you give a bank account to 1 billion people that pays them 10% without volatility? Who wants that?
Everybody.
Everyone.
Everybody, dude, and this interviewer. Oh, don't get me. I remember listening to this earlier today at work. Everybody, this guy's just like he's just like, bleh. Man, Michael Saylor is on his bullshit. Oh, bullshit. He needs your money. Michael Saylor needs your money. He's not making you money. He needs your money to pay the people that came before you. And you know what? You need to advertise this so that you can get paid yourself. I've seen this before. I was a you see in the you see in my X bio, I'm a BitConnect survivor. Strategy, stretch, MicroStrategy. This is BitConnect 2.0. It's just a legal version of BitConnect. You can see the algorithmic trading bot. And it's just your money coming in and out. Look at this interview, this podcaster. Look at I have a new mic too. I'm one of them. Ooh. All right. Let's go back. Let's go back a few seconds.
Can you give a bank account to 1 billion people that pays them 10% without volatility? Who wants that?
Everybody.
Everyone wants that.
Everybody wants that.
Who wants a bank account that pays them 10%? Everybody. What's your bank account pay you now? Nothing. What's the money market pay you right now? 3%. After tax, 2%. Okay, what's the Bitcoin performance for the past 5 years? 39%. Ever since we got in this business, Bitcoin has appreciated 39% a year ARR, more than double the S&P. Okay, so why?
Oh, by the way, I just noticed this. Sorry to stop the video. Baptoshi says, "Yo, fam. Sorry, Sorry, I just saw your message. StreamYard lags the X messages. Nice with the dancing emojis. Appreciate your engagement, man. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel too. Share the stream, all that good stuff. Nice. Get yourself a bag of Qubic.
Why don't a billion people just all buy Bitcoin? It's because the volatility is 40. It's 40 times the volatility of a money market. They can't stand the volatility, right? It's too scary.
Dude, keep in mind, all right, you have to keep this in mind. Keep this locked in your mind. I'm not trying to defame the guy. Just watch him. He's got Mr. Beast eyes. He's got the dead upper half eyes. He's just con man to he's in too deep. He needs your money and he's not gonna stop. He had to pause because he was overexposed. People were like, yo, chill. Now the market calmed down. He realized he needed some space. Now he's back. People are like, oh yeah, Michael Saylor. And then you see these accounts start to rise back up again on X. You're like, nah, not today, man. Not today. You have arbiters of truth like myself now patrolling crypto Twitter. No. Stay down, Michael Saylor. Stop with your BitConnect 2.0. This guy's Trevon James 2.0. Shout out to Trevon. I still fuck with him.
The performance is fine, but you cannot get anybody to agree. Even sophisticated financiers will not agree to buy Bitcoin. It takes 1,000 hours of discussion to sell an asset appreciating 40% a year with a volatility of 40.
Hold on. So the win-win here is you're the sponge of volatility for the people who want to get a better interest rate than they'll get with their bank.
Let's just say I want the 40% and I'll take the 40% volatility and I'll give you 10%. And I will strip away the risk, strip away the volatility, over collateralize the instrument. You have $1 million. You can either buy $1 million of Bitcoin and get on a roller coaster. By the way, if your time horizon is 10 years, I would tell you you make a lot more money that way.
Get on the roller coaster.
But you're going to have to go without anything for 4 years. Right? So do you want a capital asset with no cash flows?
Do you want to give me your money or do you want to give someone else your money? Give me your money. That's all he's saying. Keep in mind, for someone raising so much money, right? Which I don't think he's actually doing. I mean, he must be. But you'd think he'd be on more credible media channels talking. He's been on, I think, on CNBC and stuff, but this guy's he's a con man. He is a con man. How do you not see it? Do you hear what he's saying?
Massive volatility, and you got to have a time horizon of 4 to 10 years. Or do you want to give me the $1 million? I just give you 10% a year, and I will peg the principal to $100 to par. So the volatility falls to 2 or 1 or whatever the number is, but closer to a money market.
He's like, give me your money. I'm gonna make a slush fund. I'm gonna give you your returns. You're gonna make your money back. Just trust me, bro. I'm a financial engineer, bro.
And you collect right now, STRC pays 11.5%. And the beauty of that instrument is it's a return of capital dividend. So it's a tax deferred dividend. So what we have done.
It's a tax deferred dividend. I love how that's his spearhead into what that is. Tax deferred. When you hear tax deferred as a rich person, you're like, ooh. Your ears perk up. That's like for a poor person saying free or buy one, get one.
Done.
for poor people, for poor people, hearing buy one get one or free is the equivalent of a rich person hearing tax deferred.
And what we've discovered is for dividend. So STRC pays 11.5%. And the beauty of that instrument is it's a return of capital dividend. So it's a tax deferred dividend. So what we have done and what we've discovered is the market for the first 11% of the return is 100x larger than the market for all 40%. If you walk down the street and ask 100 people, do you want a bank account that pays you 10 or 11%? It's like everybody.
Yeah.
And if you say, would you like a highly volatile crypto asset that's a 40 vol that'll probably return you 30% or more over the next decade, but there are no cash flows and you're going to have dramatic swings and you can't count on paying any bills with it in the next 2 or 3 years. Well, that number is like less than 5.
What Michael Saylor does, if you watch enough of his content, which I do, I watch a lot of it, so I start to see patterns. And one thing, this being an AI channel, one thing about intelligence is your ability to recognize patterns. And you start to, when you watch enough of something, you start to recognize patterns. And I recognize patterns in his speech, how he talks to his audience. He tends to repeat certain things. He makes really broken analogies, like false analogies, very often, but he does them so confidently, you don't question them because he's like, he's really mastered. What's the word? Holding court, because he's probably often in rooms where challenging I don't know, challenging him intellectually is not, I guess, polite, or I don't know. I feel like in a normal setting he'd just be laughed at and pointed at in any normal financial circle. But he's probably often around just crypto guys. I don't know, something about him. Anyway, let's keep watching him. You heard it here first, guys. Michael Saylor is a. Oh, dude. Should I wait till the end of this? Yeah, I'm gonna let this play a little bit more, and then we'll get into Michael Saylor's criminal past, and we'll get into STRC. This is gonna be a long stream. It's already 41 minutes in. Oh, this is gonna be a good one. This is gonna be a good one.
Maybe 2. And if you convince, it'll take you 100 hours, and then they will put a small portion of their capital in. So it's a much more difficult sell. But let me say it a different way, Peter.
Dude, this podcaster, this son of a bitch. Sorry, no, I don't even know this guy. It's just the way he just melts into Saylor's hands. I just don't like it. I don't like men who are like putty. Like, no, man, like what the hell? Have a spine. What the hell?
Like, how many people want unlimited free electricity?
Everybody.
And
Everybody. I swear all he says is everybody and nobody and everybody and yes.
how many people want to run a nuclear reactor in their backyard?
Not very many.
So we're running a crypto reactor, right?
It's back to that pattern of rhetorical devices. Saylor asks these obvious questions with answers that, I mean, he asks loaded questions where you have to answer the most logical way, which reinforces his point, which gives him the confidence to say his next bullshit thing. Like you have to watch enough of the guy to get You have to watch enough of something to get sick of it. Cause even like just from my own experience, like even musical artists that I really love, like artistically, like sonically, I think they're genius and lyrically brilliant. At some point, you listen to it so much, you see a pattern, and you just like start to laugh at how silly and obvious like things are. I mean, I feel like you have to you have to get to that point with Michael Saylor, or is it just me? It might be just me. I'm down. If it's just me, I'm down because I'm enjoying it thoroughly.
And it'll take you 100 hours, and then they will put a small portion of their capital in. So it's a much more difficult sell. But let me say it a different way, Peter.
Look at it. Look at it. Look at it.
Like, how many people want unlimited free electricity?
Everybody.
And how many people want to run a nuclear reactor in their backyard?
Not very many.
So we're running a crypto reactor, right? What we discovered is the real unlock is we'll just
Excuse
run the
me.
crypto reactor. We've invested $60 billion.
We'll run the crypto reactor. $60 billion. We'll run the crypto. Look at his hands right here. We'll run the crypto reactor. Look, look, you plebeians. We will run the crypto reactor. By the way, this balloon right here that I just grabbed, this was from my son's delivery room. These Mylar balloons are sturdy because he's about to be 4. This thing hasn't budged at all. It has maintained its inflation. All right, back to our regularly scheduled program. I love my son. All right.
In a crypto reactor. Now we can turn around. If we have $60 billion of capital, if we have, that much equity, for every dollar of equity, you can sell 10 to 20 cents of credit. So we can create $10 billion to $20 billion a year worth of a high yield bank account backed by Bitcoin. And that will grow 30 to 50% a year. And so the people that want that are retirees, 20 something. The truth of the matter,
You have to listen. The thing about people today is they don't actually listen to what people say. Listen to what he's saying. He doesn't make sense. Huh?
is the only security that I've ever created, sense of credit. So we can create $10 billion to $20 billion a year worth of a high.
We can make $10 billion to $20 billion per year. You can't just say that. The difference between 10 to 20 billion dollars of revenue is so vast. It's so vast. It's so vast. You're MicroStrategy. You're not fucking Google or Apple or Amazon. MicroStrategy doesn't even make $1 billion a year. Not even $500 million a year. Come on, buddy.
High yield bank account backed by Bitcoin. And that will grow 30 to 50% a year. And
No, it
so
won't.
the people that
No, it won't.
want that are retirees, 20 something. The truth of the matter is the only
20 something. The truth of the matter is he can't even complete his own bullshit sentence. Look at him look directly into the camera. How dare you? How dare you?
security that I've ever created that I would ever recommend to friends and family is STRC. Like to my brother, to 20 somethings, to retirees. They're like, well, what should I buy? The Bitcoin, or should I buy mstr, or should I buy strf or strd? I'm like, or convertible bonds. Like, those are all good investments if you're a professional investor, but you have to have a 4 to 10 year time horizon, and they're very sophisticated. And you have to understand delta and duration and
Dude, if you are falling for this guy's bullshit, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. If you hear this and it gives you confidence, like, yeah, Bitcoin and fucking, yeah, dude, strc and strategy, yeah, man, I'm down. If that's the feeling you get after watching this, you are sick in the head, and this live stream needs to be studied and put down in psychology books, and financial scholarly books in universities. This is just asinine. This is asinine. All right. The word of the day is asinine. By the way, I'm still behind on a giveaway. So asinine. The word of the day is asinine, guys. Asinine. It was a word of the day before, but I have to do it. I have to do it again. I have to do it again because crypto and finance, when cryptography and finance come together, asinine is the first thing that comes to mind. All right, so how do you say it?
Asinine.
Asinine describes behavior that is extremely foolish, stupid, or likely a donkey, stubborn and lacking judgment. It is used to describe actions, ideas, or remarks that are ludicrously irresponsible or senseless. Michael Saylor and his claims are asinine. I get it, ass, referring to a donkey. That's funny. Asinine. All right, let's continue. Let's rewind this back to this man.
20 something. The truth of the matter is, the only security that I've ever created that I would ever recommend to friends and family is strc. Like, to my brother, to 20 somethings, to retirees. They're like, well, what should I buy? The Bitcoin, or should I buy mstr, or should I buy strf or strd? I'm like, or convertible bonds. Like, those are all good investments if you're a professional investor, but you have to have a 4 to 10 year time horizon, and they're very sophisticated. And you have to understand delta and duration and liquidity and the like. And you might even have to be a qualified institutional investor. It's illegal for a retail investor to buy a convertible bond, right? So they're all complicated, but let me give you liquidity and the like. And you might even have to be a qualified institutional investor. It's illegal for a retail investor to buy a convertible bond, right? So
It's illegal.
they're all complicated, but it's illegal for a retail investor to buy a convertible bond, right? So they're all complicated, but let me give you this simple one. This one it's designed to trade around 100, and if it falls below 100, the company's going to use all of its capital, all of its efforts to get it back to 100. Okay. And so it's the simplest possible. It's a 15-second sales pitch,
But is there risk? There has to be some risk.
It's 5x over collateralized by Bitcoin. So the risk is Bitcoin goes through zero tomorrow forever.
Forever, yeah.
It's the risk, and
Shut up. You shut up. You add nothing. Zero. Nothing. Nothing. Sorry, I'm channeling my inner Mr. Mugatu from Zoolander. You add nothing.
That's the first risk. And the second risk is you're trusting the issuer to competently manage the credit facility, to manage it. That is the management team of strategy. I would say it's similar to you bought a note or a credit instrument on a building in Manhattan, and the risk is, will Manhattan sink below the ocean? And if so, you're going to lose. You're not going to get your your monthly payments, or
Dude, this is what I meant. Remember when I said earlier he just makes these stupid ass analogies? L- just listen to what he's saying. He says it in such a way because he knows his audience. He says, "Once I say it this way, you're going to listen to me because you're stupid." This is what he thinks of you, just so you know.
you bought
You're welcome.
you bought a note or a credit instrument on a building in Manhattan, and the risk is, will Manhattan sink below the ocean? And if so, you're going to lose. You're not going to get your your monthly payments, or will the building manager set the building on fire? Right. And so you've got the risk of the issuer strategy and the risk of the underlying capital asset. And you have to get comfortable with those two risks. The reward is, instead of getting paid 2% after tax, you get paid 10% or 11%.
Dude, it's so annoying. It's so annoying. He says things that are so confusing that you don't bother. I get now I get it because I'm like present watching like I'm listening to every word. He says things in such a way where your brain, he's trying to catch the flyby, he's trying to catch the impulsive person who's going to spend their money. He says things in such a way, wow, you don't have time to question it. It's like he makes, it's like Bob Marley once said many years ago, which stuck with me forever. Some people use the truth to tell a lie. So you can use logic to lead someone away from the truth by using logic to guide someone. Dude, this guy, he is a professional. All right, dude, we're just getting warmed up, guys. This is gonna be a long stream. I don't have work until 4 p.m. and it's 7 minutes to 10 a.m. So I have many times until I have work. So it's about to Damn it. Oh no, I gotta make sure. Damn it. Damn it, I did it again. Ah, this fucking button. You know what I'm gonna do? Fuck. And it's so I have many, many. So it's about to right here. That's where I touched the mute button. Damn it, the mute button's right here. Oh, okay. Oh. All right. Good thing it's a long stream. All right. That's what she said. 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 All right. Let's close this here. All right, everybody. Check out the Securities Exchange Commission. Ooh la la. December 14th, 2000. So this is long before Michael Saylor was orange pilled. He was just some guy trying to make money with his business, stay afloat, and all that good stuff. All right. So check it out. Michael Saylor, co-founder and chief executive officer. Sanjeev Bansal, co-founder and chief operating officer, and Mark Lynch, former CFO, for overstating the company's revenue and earnings without admitting or denying the charges. The officers agreed to disgorge a total of approximately $10 million. Michael Saylor, $8.2 million, Bansal, $1.63 million, and Lynch, it's $138,000. And consent to fraud injunctions to each pay $350,000 in penalties. Ooh, the company agreed to see a cease and desist order and to undertake significant corporate governance changes to ensure future compliance with securities laws. Two MicroStrategy accounting employees also consented to cease and desist orders for reporting and record-keeping violations. This is the man, the SEC. All right, on March 20th, 2000, MicroStrategy announced that it intended to reinstate its financial results for the fiscal years 1998 and 1999. Interesting. MicroStrategy stock, which had recently reached a high of 333 per share, magical number, dropped more than 60% of its value in one day, going from 260 to 86 on March 20th. The stock price continued to drop following weeks. Ooh, by April 13th, which is 2 days before taxes, after MicroStrategy announced that it would also restate its fiscal 1997 financial results. Wow, the company stock closed at $33 per share. Bro, that's you're literally 10% on the dollar. Wow. Wow. The company's approximate 66 million of wow, 365 million report. Approximately 54 million or 80% of these restated revenues were in 1999. Bro, this is nasty. This is old and this is old, guys. This is old. Man, I can't believe people fell for Michael Saylor's bullshit. It pays to be woke. For real. All right. The commission alleges that from the time of its initial public offering in June 1998, I was in the fourth grade. March 2000, Strategy, a Vienna, Virginia-based software company, materially overstated its revenues, earnings from the sale of software services. Contrary to generally accepted accounting principles, the positive net income. In fact, the commission alleges MicroStrategy should have reported net losses from 1997 through the present. The commission alleges that the company reporting failures primarily derived from its premature recognition of revenue. Yep. Essentially, Michael Saylor said, "Oh, we made this and we made that," but they didn't. They didn't. They didn't. Ooh wee. All right. So that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at this ad loot. I would not have bookmarked this or saved this to be watched if this wasn't an actual ad. So they had this as an actual ad. Maybe it's not an ad anymore because the ad revenue whatever paid for stopped. Sorry, I'm just stretching my spine and shoulder. Oh, okay. Check out this ad. Shout out, man, CoffeeZilla. God bless CoffeeZilla. You're one in a million. This was an ad. This was an ad, guys. That's why I bookmarked it. It was an ad pushed in my face. Dude, are you guys ready? Or are you if you're watching, are you actually ready? Let me see who's watching. Let me check StreamYard. Okay, I have some people on YouTube. All right, hey, if you're on YouTube, hey, subscribe, like, share. If you're on X, like, subscribe, share on YouTube. All right, let's watch this ad. God bless America and God bless MicroStrategy. Oh, oops. I pressed play and it took me to another link. All right.
Impress me. Pitch me some investment ideas.
How about yen-funded FX hedge into short duration USD credits? It can generate 1% return a year.
1%? Is this a joke?
I have SaaS software, security, services stocks that pay 4 or 5% dividends.
That's a lame return, and they will be wiped out by AI. Is that really all you've got? Did I hire the wrong person?
How about private credit?
Oh, why is the Indian accent so hard, bro? How about Indian credit? It's illiquid and obfuscated. Why does he have a baseball? Dude, this was in a micro strategy ad. You're welcome. What is this? About about how about so in the AI prompt, I mean, this is obviously AI generated. So in the AI prompt, they were like, "Oh, make it diverse. Indian guy." Oh, and they had to compute so hard for an Indian accent. Dude, what? What is this? Why is there a baseball mitt and a baseball bat? Oh my god. What's happening? What's happening? This was an ad for strategy. Why? I didn't even notice that in the beginning.
Impress me. Pitch me some investment ideas.
How about yen-funded FX hedge into short duration USD credits? It can generate 1% return a year.
1%? Is this a joke?
I have
1%? Is this a joke? Dude.
SaaS software, security, services stocks that pay 4 or 5% dividends.
That's a lame return, and they will be wiped out by AI. Is that really all you've got? Did I hire the wrong person?
How about private credit? It's illiquid and obfuscated.
How about private credit is illiquid and obfuscated? He instantly grabbed his baseball bat and is gripping it with fucking hatred in his heart.
God. Did I hire the wrong person?
How about private credit?
Instant baseball bat in the hand. It went from on the desk to instant in the hand. Pissed. How about private credit? How about private credit?
It's illiquid and obfuscated.
Hire the wrong person?
How about private credit? It's illiquid and obfuscated, but you get 7%.
Come on, tell me something I don't know. It's my birthday. Surprise me.
How about Stretch Preferred Stock? It currently pays over 11% annualized monthly cash dividends, tax deferred.
Over 11%? How is that possible?
It's real. Stretch pays 11% dividend.
It's real. DEI. 11%. It's real. It's real. It's real. It's real. I'm AI. It's real. I'm AI. It's real. I'm AI. It's real. Dude, suck my fucking bing bong.
It's awesome.
Dang. All of our customers would want that. I want everyone pitching stretched corporate treasurers, pensions, investment advisors, family offices, and asset managers.
Stretch is for everyone.
Stretch your income to 11%.
11%.
Stretch is for everyone.
Stretch your income to 11%.
11%. Impress me.
11%.
Pitch me some investment ideas.
How about yen-funded FX hedge into short duration USD credits? It can generate 1% return a year.
1%?
This is from the official strategy page. 11%. 11%. Oh my God. Let's look at the website. 11%. Stretch STRC is Strategy's perpetual preferred stock that currently pays 11.5% annual dividends. Dude, I feel sorry for your mother. If you bought into this, man, I feel sorry for you. No, I don't feel sorry for you. I don't feel sorry for you, actually. No. Yeah, I take that back. I don't feel sorry for you. What the hell? There is no guarantee for STRC of returns, liquidity, or future performance. STRC is neither a bank deposit nor FDIC insured, nor regulated in the same way, and does not have the same regulatory or other predictions as there's no guarantee of STRC return. Oh my God. Well, that's neither here nor there. So if you own STRC, right, you got to be like, hey, man, at some point, I got to be making some kind of money, right? No, you're not. 11%. So allegedly, STRC Stretch pays 11% dividends to preferred, their preferred stockholders. But where does the yield come from? And it is often said that if you don't understand the yield, you are the yield, which means you're part of a Ponzi scheme. And yeah, let's get into this. So I asked Grok. So Grok is a silly goose. Let's not get it twisted, but he's pretty useful in some cases. So I just wanted to put it. I asked Grok this question because I wanted to put it in a quick. I wanted to encapsulate the nonsense that is STRC. All right. So where does the STRC dividends come from? Because it's not obvious. You can't just buy a stock and suddenly you get money, right? All right, so according to Grok, the world's smartest AI or some shit like that, according to Elon Musk. All right, the money for STRC, Strategy Inc.'s Stretch, perpetual preferred stock, dividends primarily comes from new investor capital. New investor capital raised by selling more STRC shares, supplemented by cash reserves and the company's legacy software business. Not good, guys. All right, key details on funding. All right, Strategy, formerly MicroStrategy, ticker MSTR, issues STRC as a variable rate perpetual preferred stock designed to trade near a $100 par value. It currently pays an 11.5% annualized dividend paid monthly in cash, with the rate adjusted monthly to encourage price stability. Main source: new STRC share sales Strategy sells fresh STRC sales at $100 via at the market programs. A portion of this new cash funds dividends to existing holders. Whoops. Ponzi much? Ponzi much? All right, the rest typically buys more Bitcoin for the company's treasury. This creates a flywheel where incoming capital supports payouts while growing BTC holdings. So new capital raises fund dividends, Ponzi scheme, and raise BTC holdings, which is like the gap of all gaps. All right, Bitcoin holdings do not directly generate cash. Bitcoin holdings do not directly generate cash. No interest, dividends, or yield from BTC itself. The structure relies on continued capital raises and BTC appreciation to remain sustainable long term. Michael Saylor is lying through his teeth. La da dee da. Take him to court. La da dee da. Dude. Important context and risk. From SEC filings, dividends are paid out of funds legally available and are expected to be funded primarily through additional capital raising activities. They are not guaranteed. The board declares them, and they are cumulative. Unpaid ones accrue. Oh my God. Critics describe it as Ponzi adjacent because it depends heavily on new buyers. No, that's all it depends on. What do you mean it depends heavily? No, that's all it depends on. Supporters note the large. Oops. What the hell just happened? Supporters note the large BTC treasury, hundreds of thousands of BTC, can appreciate faster than dividend rate, supporting solvency as long and inflows continue and BTC performs. Dude, what if it doesn't though? What if BTC just goes to zero because it's bullshit? In short, it's funded like many growth-oriented or yield vehicles by raising fresh equity capital rather than traditional operating cash flow alone. Always review the latest prospectus, strategies dashboard, and your risk tolerance. Preferred dividends have priority over common stock but aren't risk-free. Nice. Man, if you don't understand the risk, dude, they don't earn money on the BTC that they buy. They just owe more. The more money they raise, the more money they owe. It's like the US debt cycle. Like, how do you not understand that? STRC is Strategy's perpetual preferred stock that currently pays 11.5% annual dividends payable monthly in cash. Dude, they're only. Dude, this is so bad. BTC rating 4.1x. You're so fucked. Get out. Get out now.
can, because someone else is going to go take. But because once you get Bitcoin and it clicks in your mind, your immediate reaction is, oh, I got to hurry and buy as much as I can because someone else is going to go take all my Bitcoin away from me. So like in 2020, when I started buying Bitcoin, I was thinking, oh no, I got to do this in a hurry because someone's going to figure it out and the price is going to 10x. And I better get it before it 10x's. So, I mean, that's a natural reaction when it finally clicks in your head because you're thinking, why wouldn't every billionaire in the world go and buy $1 billion of Bitcoin? Smash buy it overnight, or there's a Bitcoin, smash buy it overnight, and just to make $1 billion, because why wouldn't they just want to make the $1 billion, or 5 billion or 10 billion or any amount of money? I mean, Bitcoin, it feels like in the early days the infinite money glitch, right? But
Oh, dude. Did I get muted again? Bruh. All right, let me check. Let me check. Wagwan leader. Let me see. How long was I muted again? Dude, I got muted again? Damn. Bruh. Let me see. I like it. We're on this live stream. We're learning together. I did it again. Ha. I caught myself. Okay. Damn. Ain't that a bitch? Damn. You know what? I have to make that part of my new. Damn. I can't be touching the mic like that. All right. How long was I muted for, though? Damn. Ain't that a bitch? Sorry, I was.
I got to hurry and buy as much as I can because to make.
Ain't that a. Hey, thanks for 20. Damn. Thanks for 20. I appreciate you. That's the second time in the same stream. Oh. All right, cool. So I'm learning fast, baby.
But because once you get Bitcoin and it clicks in your mind, your immediate reaction is, oh, I got to hurry and buy as much as I can because someone else is going to go take all my Bitcoin away from me. So,
Anyway, in short, Michael Saylor is the devil. Do not listen to him. Maybe you should listen to other people. If you're one of those people who needs a voice, you have to at least listen to an honest voice. I'm not saying listen to me, but hey, I mean, at least I'm honest. Michael Saylor is knowingly misleading you.
Like in 2020, when I started buying Bitcoin, I was thinking, oh no, I got to do this in a hurry because someone's going to figure it out and the price is going to 10x. And I better get it before it 10x's. So, I mean, that's a natural reaction when it finally clicks in your head. Because you're thinking, why wouldn't every billionaire in the world go and buy $1 billion of Bitcoin, smash buy it overnight, and just to make $1 billion? Because why wouldn't they just want to make the $1 billion? Or 5 billion or 10 billion or in.
So this is a former criminal SEC charged guy talking about this kind of stuff. All right, so check this out. How much, I asked Grok, right? How much does Strategy owe its shareholders annually versus their revenue? Do not include capital raises in revenue. Yes. I caught myself pressing the mute button again. Thanks, Lita. He said, how long was it? It wasn't long. It was maybe like a minute or two. It wasn't long at all. I appreciate you, Lita. Thank you kindly. Now I'm like consciously aware. Now I'm like, my hands, whenever I move my hands, I'm like, oh crap, don't touch the button. Cause it's like a touch screen button. You don't press it. It's like as soon as it senses the heat of your finger, it'll mute. So I'm like, oh snap. All right, so check this out. According to Grok, this is all entertainment, right? This isn't an official opinion or anything crazy like that. So this is according to Grok. For the purposes of this live stream, I asked Grok on my X account, knowing pretty much what it may or may not say, how much does Strategy, otherwise known as MicroStrategy, owe its shareholders annually versus their revenue? Do not include their capital raises in revenue. Okay. Strategy Inc., formerly MicroStrategy, ticker MSTR, and referred to as Strategy, pays approximately $1.45 billion annually in dividends, distributions to its preferred shareholders, compared to $477 million in annual operating revenue. Whoa, that's more than double. Okay, what the fuck? That doesn't make sense. This is roughly 3x its revenue. The company pays nothing in dividends to common shareholders. MSTR common stock. All annual payments go to holders of its perpetual preferred digital credit securities series STRC, STRF, STRK, STRD, STRE, which are equity instruments that rank above common stock. Wowzers. Dude, Michael Saylor is fucking you in your butt with no lubricant. Key details. As of May 1st, total preferred notional outstanding 13.5 billion. Annual distributions by series. Oh my God in heaven. STRC 8.5 billion. 9 point, oh, 982 per year. 982 million per year. STRF 162 million per year. STRK 112 million per year. STRD 140 million per year. STRE, wow, 500 million. Dude, 1.5 billion per year in dividends. These are contractual obligations on the preferred stock perpetual, with rates set as issuance or adjusted monthly for STRC target $100 par. Operating revenue less than a half a billion per year. This excludes all capital raises, Bitcoin gains, or treasury activity. They are financing used primarily to buy Bitcoin. Per your instruction, they are fully excluded here. Oh my God. STRC is WorldFi before WorldFi. In short, Strategy's core business generates less than a half a billion per year, but it has 1.5 billion annual cash outflows preferred to shareholders. Ay, 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 ay. Funded via its treasury strategy and ongoing capital raises rather than operations. This structure prioritizes Bitcoin accumulation, providing high yields to preferred. Now numbers are based on the latest public dashboards and our filings as. Oh my God, dude. At best, at best, at best, and this is really at best. I'm rounding up. 500 million in revenue. At best, at the end of the year. What they owe? 1.5 billion. Nope. Okay, watch this next question. Watch this next question. Is it a logically sound choice to invest in STRC or this is live and raw. You know, I could have added more context to that to make it give a better answer. This is just a thought exercise. Neither. Oh, cool. 28 seconds. Neither STRC nor MSTR is universally logically sound. It depends heavily on your beliefs about Bitcoin, risk tolerance, investment horizon, and goals. Income versus both. Both are essentially Bitcoin proxy plays tied to strategies. Aggressive treasury strategies. They are not traditional operating company investments. Strategies, software revenue modest. The business. You know what? I'm not gonna read that because thanks to CFB, I understand how Grok works. Grok works based on your level of intellect, what it thinks of you. So I know what kind of context I should have added to that question. Oh man. Risk higher volatilities. So that's why I know it's answered in the most wordiest fucking way ever. All right. Overall, STRC is the more logical defensive choice for yield. Mm, do your own due diligence. Consider your full portfolio tax situation. Huh. What? I'm surprised I said that. The more conservative income focused investors who like BTC. Uh-oh. Am I back? Am I back? Critics note it resembles the like funded by an yeah, man. Am I back? How long was I out? Golly. Sorry, mates. My internet situation could be better. It could be better. Man, oh man. When did I strike out? Let's see here, mate. Let's see here, mate. View on YouTube. Thanks to CFB. Mm, mm. Mm. Sorry, I just want to know for myself where I got cut off. So I'm just going back. Bum, ba-da-dum, bum. Welcome to the Qubic and fucking whatever vibe stream. Technical difficulties. I know it's answered in the most wordiest fucking way ever. What it thinks of you. So I know what kind of context I should have added to that question. Oh man. Risk higher volatilities. So that's why I know it's answered in the most wordiest fucking way. What an asshole I am. Alright, overall, STRC is the more logical defensive choice for yield. Overall, it answered in the most wordiest. Oh man. Risk higher volatilities. So that's why I know it's answered in the most wordiest fucking way ever. Alright, overall, STRC is the more logical defensive choice for yield. Is that where it started to? Yep. Do your own due diligence. Consider your football for other tax situation. Huh. Let's see. Is that what? I'm surprised I said that. The more conservative, income-focused investors who like BTC. That's pretty much it. All right, cool. I just had to know. I just had to know. Am I back? Yeah, my bad. Critics note it resembles the like funded by. I just had to know. Yatta da di da, yatta da di day. All right. Strategy Inc. pays approximately 1.5 billion annually in dividends. That's 3x its revenue. STRC 982 million per year. STRF Strife 162 million per year. STRK Strike fixed 1.4 billion notionally, 8%, 112 million per year. STRD Stride. This is all bullshit. They divided it multiple ways, so it's not just some big ass fucking one number. Oh my god, what a fucking load of shit this is. 1.4 billion notionally at 10%. 140 million per year. STRE stream fixed 0.57 billion per year. 9 to 10% blended estimated formal 55. Dude. Total run rate. $1.45 billion per year. Solana. Solana won't even do that. Over legitimate stuff? Not even meme coins. Legitimate stuff. No. No, man. These are contractual obligations on the preferred stock. With rates set at issuance or adjusted monthly STRC target $100 par. The company has explicitly said it expects no continue paying. Many distributions have been treated as non-taxable return of capital, not earnings from profits. Key points from SEC litigation release. 168.29. December 14th, 2000. Case overview. SEC versus Michael Jerry Saylor. Co-founder, chairman, and CEO. Sanjeev Kumar Bansal, co-founder and COO. And Mark Steven Lynch, former CFO of MicroStrategy Inc. Filed settled civil injunctive action in U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia. Allegations from MicroStrategy's IPO in June 1998, I was 10 years old, through March 2000. The company materially overstated revenues and earnings in violation of generally accepted accounting principles, the GAAP, GAAP. The company reported positive net income in public filings, but should have reported net losses from 1997 onward. What happening? What happening, man? What happening? What happening? Main accounting violations. Premature revenue recognition, primarily violating AICPA. Ooh la la. In multi-element deals. Oh my god. Other issues, recording revenue on contracts not properly executed in the same period, plus additional accounting errors. Misstatements appeared. Oh my god. Impact on stock price. Settlement terms. No admission or denial of allegations. This is such a fucking cop-out, dude. What a cop-out. No admission or denial. Like, what does that even mean? It literally doesn't mean anything. That means you just paid enough to not say anything. That means you did something. All that means is you did something at the end of the day. If you have the fucking brains to dig just a scratch deeper, you're like, oh, that means you did something. Anyway, permanent injunctions against violating anti-fraud and record-keeping provisions. Saylor, 8.2 million. Bansal, 1.6 million. Lynch, 130,000. parallel actions. MicroStrategy itself received a cease and desist order for reporting books and records and internal controls violations. 2 other accounting employees. Good God Almighty. Oh, Vibra. Hello, mate. Little chinwag, yeah? Little chigwag, yeah, man, yeah, where? So, Vibra. Oh, you know what? I meant to have been sharing this tab. My bad. I probably sounded like a madman. Oopsie. Oopsie whoopsie. Alright, what are we talking about? What? Alright, 48 minutes ago. Whoa, what is this about? Whoa, 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 what? Anthropic just signed a 5 gigawatt deal with Amazon. I don't like what I'm hearing here. Another multi-gigawatt TPU contract with Google and Broadcom. Thinking Machine Labs took multi-billion in Google Cloud capacity. Every frontier AI lab is now a permanent tenant of a hyperscaler. Most people think this is just how AI works. It isn't. Interesting. Interesting. Let me see what they're talking about. Hmm. Here's the math. Labs are training compute, scaling faster than their K-packs can absorb. Qubic's compute layer is built different. Agents that don't depend on a single cloud to stay online. AI that can be trained without contract with Amazon. Research that doesn't require budget approval from a rented supercomputer. The compute floor is underneath the entire stack. Who owns that floor is not a minor detail. Interesting. This actually is interesting. I'm not just saying this. The frontier labs are signing multi-year power deals the size of small nations. A different model has been running in public for 4 years. Same era, different architecture, no landlord. The industry will eventually face a structural question. It cannot lease its way out. of which it cannot lease its way out. Qubic is already the answer. Ooh la la. Ooh la la. Have we read this article already? Let's see. April 20th, 2026. We must have. I think it's now. I think we've achieved AGI. Those were the words of Jensen Huang of Lux. Yeah, we didn't achieve AGI, dude. Come on. AGI, all these things, it's just shit we make up, dude. We make shit up, just like God, and we just be making shit up. Anyway, I'm sorry. Sending shockwaves through the AI community and reigniting the most consequential debate in artificial intelligence. Has AGI been achieved? But NVIDIA's CEO purposely evaded any kind of rigorous explanation, research, or debate of what AGI actually means. His definition of AGI was pure hype. An AI system that can build a company worth $1 billion. Just that. Most AGI definitions tend to refer to a matching set of vast range of human cognitive skills. For Jensen Huang, implicity intelligence equates with scale. With large models, more parameters, more data, and more compute systems will become more capable. Under this view, intelligence is a byproduct of quantitative expansion. No. Intelligence is a byproduct of quantitative expansion. I think I fuck with that still. The scaling hypothesis. Why bigger AI models don't mean smart AI. We assume this approach has produced undeniable advances. Large-scale models display impressive performance across a wide range of tasks, often surpassing human benchmarks in narrow domains. However, we have pinpointed several times this underlying assumption as fragile. Increasing capacity won't produce generality. The limitation is not simply practical but structural. Scaling improvements performance within unknown distributions, okay, but does not guarantee coherent behavior outside them. A second position articulated in recent frameworks by Google DeepMind defines intelligence as multidimensional. A multidimensional construct composed of cognitive faculties such as perception, memory, learning, reasoning, metacognition, and much better. Under this view, progress toward AGI can be measured by evaluating systems across a battery of tasks designed to probe each of these faculties. But how are the tasks designed? Why profiles alone cannot define artificial general intelligence. Although the framework recognizes the interaction, it ultimately evaluates them as separable components. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Oh, damn, you know what? I was not sharing the tab. My bad, guys. My bad, guys. My bad, guys. My bad, guys. Damn. My bad, guys. Yo. 14 hours ago.
We're up to 3.2%.
Michael Saylor. Bitcoin goes to $1 million if a strategy can accumulate 5% of the total supply. At 7%, it's 10 million per coin. Dude.
Of the entire supply. We're up to
Eat it up. Let's look at the comment. Before I let this play, let's look at the comments. Eat this shit up. Eat this bitch up. Tell me you don't understand what his calculations are far too simplistic. Let's listen to this bitch.
3.2% of the entire supply. It cost us $50 billion to get to 3.2%. You know, I'm thinking that the next $50 billion won't get me 3.2. It'll probably get me 1% or less. And I'm thinking if I come up with a few hundred billion, I might, you know, when what I've said is if we get to 5% of the network, Bitcoin's going to be $1 million a coin. If I get to 7.5% of the network, it'll be 10 million a coin. So think of it as I'm buying something, getting exponentially more expensive, using exponentially more money. And where do we top out? You know, I think we top out between 5 and 7.5%, and then we just exponentially slow down, right? And the rest of the network is right now. It's, you know, after $100 billion of money from BlackRock and $50 billion from us, 85% of the Bitcoin is held by the OGs.
Exactly.
After the next $1 trillion from the big institutions, maybe it'll be 75% will be held by the OGs. So think of us as powering the network up, and we're pushing against an exponentially hardening asset. And that's the way it should be. Look, 95% of the Bitcoin's been mined. By the year 2035, 99%. That last 1% of Bitcoin comes out between the year 2035 and the year 2140. It's 100 years to get the last 1%. And so we look at it like that, and we will just be like the little engine that could. We will keep, you know, turning the crank.
We will keep turning the crank. We will keep you giving me more money. Please give me. Please, for the love of God, give me more money. For the love of God, give me more money. For the love of God. My bad. My bad, guys. Let me see here. Bada bang. Let me see if I can get another. It's only 11 a.m. Let me see if I can get my buddy on here. On the live stream, it'll get lit. It'll get lit. Vibra, I just sent you a text on X. Join the live stream. Bum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum, bum. Hey, yo. So essentially, I mean, the last thing I was talking about, there's not enough money. There's not get the fuck out of STRC. If you're gonna be throwing your money at some speculative stuff, you might as well throw it at Qubic. Get the hell out of STRC. Get out of MSTR. This is not financial advice. Or is it?
We're up to 3.2% of the entire supply. It cost us $50 billion. We're up to 3.2% of the entire supply. It cost us $50 billion to get to 3.2%. You know, I'm thinking that the next $50 billion won't get me 3.2. It'll probably get me 1% or less. And I'm thinking if I come up with a few hundred billion, I might, you know, when what I've said is if we get to 5% of the network, Bitcoin's going to be $1 million a coin. If I get to 7.5% of the network, it'll be 10 million a coin. So think of it as I'm buying something, getting exponentially more expensive, using exponentially more money. And where do we top out? You know, I think we top out between 5 and 7.5%, and then we just exponentially slow down, right? And the rest of the network is right now. It's, you know, after $100 billion of money from BlackRock and $50 billion from us, 85% of the Bitcoin is held by the OGs. Exactly. After the next $1 trillion from the big institutions, maybe it'll be 75% will be held by the OGs. So think of us as powering the network up, and we're pushing against an exponentially hardening asset. And
think of us as powering the market up, and we're pushing the network up, and we're pushing and the network. Good God Almighty. Pushing the network up. Pushing the network up. And up. And up. Dude. Another ad. Dude, you have to watch this ad. You have to watch this ad.
Are you on vacation here?
I live here. I'm retired. I just don't think I'm meant to live an uncomfortable life.
Wow. How did you make it?
I worked hard as an engineer to save money. Again. Then I put my savings into Stretch.
What is Stretch?
Stretch is a stock. Right now I get about 11% a year in dividends. Nice.
It's the Stretch every stretch, 11% monthly cash dividends, tax deferred.
Are you on vacation here?
My tax deferred, a dividends, a tax deferred, a dividends, a tax deferred, a dividends, a tax deferred. What a dumb bit, dude. Oh my god, look at this 3D background. This is the no. This is actually the reality that we live in. That they're trying to sell us this. Oh, holy shit. A tax dividend, a dividend, a dividend. Yo. He says Sailor is a good. No, Sailor is not a good salesman. Humanity has devolved. Oh my god. What? Who's believing this? I retired from my engineering job. Now I'm just a hot ass bitch. A dividend, a dividend, a dividend. Dude. Close, 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 close. Dude, every time I click.
I live here. I'm retired. I just don't think I'm meant to live an uncomfortable life.
Wow, how did you make it?
I worked hard as an engineer to save money. Again. Then I put my savings into Stretch.
What is Stretch?
Stretch is a stock. Right now I get about 11% a year in dividends. Nice.
It's the stretch, yeah, the stretch. 11% monthly cash dividends, tax deferred.
Are you on vacation here?
I live here. I'm retired. I just don't think I'm meant to live an uncomfortable life.
Wow, how did you make it?
I worked hard.
I'm gonna let this play forever and ever and ever.
As an engineer to save money. Again. Then I put my savings into Stretch.
What is Stretch?
Stretch is a stock. Right now I get about 11% a year in dividends. Nice.
It's the stretch, yeah, the stretch. 11%.
On vacation here?
I live here. I'm retired. I just don't think I'm meant to live an uncomfortable life.
Wow, how did you make it?
I worked hard as an engineer.
Wow. How did you make it? Oh my god, click, click, click. It keeps taking me off.
To save money. Again. Then I put my savings into Stretch.
What is Stretch?
Stretch is a stock. Right now I get about 11% a year in dividends. Nice.
It's the stretch, yeah, the stretch. 11% monthly cash dividends, tax deferred.
Are you on vacation?
A tax deferred. A tax deferred. Why do you have to put that in your song? A tax deferred. A tax deferred. A tax deferred. This is the worst thing you could ever invest in. A tax dividends, a boom boom boom, a dip dividim, a da bum bum. Let's watch it.
Here?
I live here. I'm retired. I just don't think I'm meant to live an uncomfortable life.
Wow, how did you make it?
I worked hard as an engineer to save money. Again. Then I put my savings into Stretch.
What is Stretch?
Stretch is a stock. Right now I get about 11% a year in dividends. Nice.
It's the stretch, yeah, the stretch. 11% monthly cash dividends, tax
Oh my
deferred.
god.
Are you on
Are you on vacation? Attack his dividends. Attack his dividends. Dividends.
That's the way it should be. Look, 95% of the Bitcoin's been mined. By the year 2035, 99%. That last 1% of Bitcoin comes out between the year 2035 and the year 2140. It's 100 years to get the last 1%.
It's 100 years to get the last David Glossina. All right. This is roughly 3x its revenue. The company pays nothing in dividends to common shareholders. Nothing in dividends to common shareholders. MSTR is the common stock. Annual payments go to holders of its perpetual preferred digital credit securities. STRC, STRF, STRK, STRD, STRE, which are equity instruments that rank above common stock. Key details. Oobity scoobity doobity. Total run 1.5 billion per year. These are contractual obligations on preferred stock, perpetual with rates set at issuance or adjusted monthly for STRC target 100 per day. The company has explicitly stated it expects to continue paying them and has maintained cash USD reserves as a buffer. 18 to 22 months and earlier disclosures. Many distributions have been treated as non-taxable return of capital. Revenue context. Operating revenue. 477 million TTM. Latest blah, 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 blah. This includes all capital raises, Bitcoin gains, or treasury activity. Capital raises. Ooh, they are financing used to primarily to buy Bitcoin. Per your instruction, they are fully excluded here. In short, strategies core business generates, let's see, 500 million in revenue, but it has 1.5 billion in cash outflow. That's not good, guys, mathematically. Funded via its treasury strategy and ongoing capital raises rather than operations. This structure prioritizes Bitcoin accumulation while providing high yields to preferred stockholders. Numbers are based on the latest dashboards and filings as of early May 2026. They can shift slightly with new issuances or rate at resets. Resets. Ew, it's not good. It's not good, mate. It's not good. It's not good, mate. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, dang, you know what? I just realized I don't think I don't think we were sharing the tabs. Oh, curses. It's all good. No worries. No worries, mate. Bop bish bop bidop bidop dop.
We look at it like that, and we will just be like the little engine that could. We will keep, turning the crank. We're up to 3.2% of the entire supply. It cost us $50 billion to get to 3.2%. I'm thinking that the next $50 billion won't get me 3.2. It'll probably get me 1% or less. And I'm thinking if I come up with a few hundred billion, I might, what I've said is if we get to 5% of the network, Bitcoin's going to be $1 million a coin. If I get to 7.5% of the network, it'll be 10 million a coin. So think of it as I'm buying something getting exponentially more expensive using exponentially more money. And where do we top out? I think we top out between 5 and 7.5%, and then we just exponentially slow down, right? And the rest of the network is right now it's, after $100 billion of money from BlackRock and 50 billion from
Hey. Hey, everyone. Before we sign out, before we sign out, before we sign out, I want you to know we are all fucked.
Fuck.
Fuck
Crypto.
Fuck crypto. Fuck crypto. Fuck crypto. That's all I wanted to let you guys know is fuck crypto.
Fuck crypto. You don't need the anxiety. Before you bought the bullshit fantasy coin, your life was good. But then you made some money and became greedy. Now the bullshit coin is fucked. And nobody can tell you when it is going to be unfucked. Even the motherfucker who convinced you to buy the bullshit coin, who told you that it is going to be the next big thing, that motherfucker is nowhere to be found. You are on your own. And all you can do is cry about it in the shower and hope and believe that your bullshit coin will go up in price again so that you can sell it and make some money and buy some more and then get fucked all over again. That is crypto. Fuck crypto.
Fuck
You don't.
crypto. Fuck crypto. You don't know. Ibbity skibbity doobity doobity doobity. You're not ready for this. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Bro. Fuck Elon.
Dude. We're not selling. We're not selling. Elon. Elon. Dude.
That's the nerdiest shit I've ever seen.
Begs the guy to hit him. And, you know, Takeru being cool is like, all right, fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. I'm cool. I'm Japanese. Go fuck yourself. And you have Rod to be like, no, brother. That's a fluke, brother. Acting like Hulk Hogan when he lost the Ultimate Warrior in the 90s. I love it. I love it. Just inject it into my fucking veins. Rotang like realized, oh shit, this isn't like a 15-second TikTok where I have to clip for him. Like, this is an actual fight against a healthy Takeru this time, and I'm getting fucked. And I'm not liking it. You have Takeru saying to himself, I'm gonna do what my country did to your fucking country back in 1941, but this time I'm gonna finish the job. Fuck you, eat this fist. Fucking dumbass Rotang thought this was like this.
Bro, Rotang.